What's good, Fizz fam? So we're all dressed up and we're going to go for a photo shoot at Carrefour's, aren't we?
I made a mistake this morning. I decided to do micro needling before I knew that we were doing this. So my face is kind of like bright red.
No, you look glowing.
No, it's not actually red. It has gone down a lot, thankfully. But when I first did it, my face was like...
You look like you've seen your crush. But in a good way, you're like glowing and blushing. Anyway guys, so hopefully fingers crossed there is a photo booth here because we actually need to get some passport for / ID photos, don't we? Karma is dressed very extra. Hashtag Princess Charlotte, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah? Alright then. And I've told the kids the face that they've got to pull is one as if they've just been given a plate of cardboard to eat. Unimpressed. Neutral
Right.
face. Yeah?
Cardboard.
Can you do that, Koa? Can you do a cardboard? As if you're eating cardboard face?
Yeah.
What does it look like? Go on, try it. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go.
Mia's first, aren't you, Mia? She's trying not to laugh this fam. She's Connie from Redder.
Okay, should we do a little one?
Okay, welcome. Right, Sienna's gonna go next. Are you too scared to have a go?
It was making me laugh because out my corner eye I could see all of you guys.
Oh.
And then like, because you know when you're trying not to laugh. And then it reminded me...
She did so well. She barely smiled. She's good at that poker face.
It reminded me because last night I was trying not to laugh at my boxing lesson because someone else was making some really funny noises.
What are you boxing?
Like this man like in another room, he was making
Yeah.
like the
That goes
funniest,
next. Well done.
funniest noises
Handsome.
I've ever heard.
Don't make Dad laugh. He's sleeping.
I was gonna laugh at it.
Try and
won't make
make
him
Dad
laugh.
Try and make Dad laugh.
If you say that.
Handsome. Guapo.
Here goes Mum.
Anyway, plastic is too mine. Instead of one scared.
That side.
But it's from the bottom.
That's better.
Yeah? Okay. Alright, let's go. Koa?
Okay, it's okay.
You'll go?
No, you.
Alright, Karma's go.
No.
Karma, afterwards you can go and get a little snack. Okay?
Yeah.
Are you feeling a bit nervous, Koa? It's not
Sit on
scary, it's fun.
Sit on there. Good girl. Sit down, that's it.
Oh, princess. Guys, it's really hard to film with these phone screens here. Come on.
Hi, Papa. Oh, look at that.
Oh, beautiful.
Oh, look at him. Look at
Oh.
Okay, yeah. Are we allowed to smile? Can you ask if we're allowed to smile on the Neo pictures?
Oh, yeah.
Can smile. Ah, I didn't know.
Oh.
No teeth. Okay.
Just a smack.
You can smile a little bit if you want, Karma. No? And you've got no teeth. Good girl. There you go. Sit up straight. And then smile. Good girl.
Beautiful girl.
You were smoking.
No, you mean
Yeah,
smoking, not smoking.
You were smoking.
He said you're smoking. Okay, it's your turn now, and afterwards you can choose a snack. You can get some dried mango or something.
Yeah, dried
Want to
mango.
get some dried mango?
Yeah, in the first
What does your photo look like?
The first one, I was putting the same face as what I did last year, where I was like trying to be serious, but then it looked like I was
You looked
pouting
good.
because I was half smirking. And then I asked to take that one, and then the second one is good. I
You
kind
look
of
like you were having a poker face.
kind
Like
of
you're
half
trying your
like
best.
smiling, half not.
Oh, handsome boy. Oh.
It's black.
What does it look like?
See again.
Yay. Well done, everyone. Come, high five. Did you feel a bit nervous and shy? Come on. Well done, buddy. You look so handsome. We have to wait 20 minutes for them to be ready so we can go and get your snack. Should we go to the organic aisle? Yeah, let's go to the organic aisle.
Hold it as well. You know, actually,
Watch where you're going, Cara.
You know, actually, some people walk. They use the umbrella for a walking stick.
Yeah.
They think that is a walking stick.
Did you nearly walk into the piglet?
No, it was literally almost walking, but brushing against.
Oh, Cara. Right, guys, we're now going to go to our favourite aisle, which is the bio, which means organic. It's a whole aisle dedicated to organic stuff. You can go and find yourself a healthy snack, Cara and Karma. Look at this. It's amazing. There's some dried fruit there, guys. Cara's going so fast.
Do they have nuts? My favorite.
Yeah, they have nuts.
Do they have pine nuts? Yeah, pine nuts.
Have a look then. Why don't you look?
Oh, look! You can make popcorn.
We already have a lot of that at home, so don't buy
Look,
more.
we've got popcorn.
Yeah. Can you see them?
Oh, we've got there's cranberries.
Oh,
Should we get some of those?
pistachios.
Yeah?
Pistachios.
I can't see pine nuts. Maybe they sold out. You can carry on looking around the aisle. Sometimes they have like nuts in another section. It's not always in the same one.
Yeah. The dried mango, that's the main thing what I want.
Dried mango.
No,
Well, they do have bars. They do have some bars up here, guys. Look, we've got bars.
Yeah,
Oh, Cara, look what he's doing already.
Yes, because there's like this heavy metal song on.
What's actually this bit?
Karma,
the
there
parents
are
to
some
hold.
bars. Do you want a bar?
A bar.
Senna, you are such a good girl having your photo. You can get a little snack treat. Look, they have a little refrigerator section here as well, and this has got loads of like organic things in. Do you want a block of seitan, Cara, or tofu?
Yeah, tofu.
Now that is a vegan kid.
We don't really have seitan. Seitan is like wheat gluten fish flour. I don't think that's very good. I'd be seriously bloated afterwards.
Is that yogurt thing vegan?
I think that one might be cow's milk.
But they do
yogurt.
have lots of
They
vegan
have
yogurts
coconut
there, but they're
yogurt.
all kind of plain.
Should we get these?
Yeah? Do you want to share those, guys?
Okay.
Chocolate bars? How many is in a pack? Oh, why didn't you get another pack then, Neil?
Yeah, I do.
I'll get another pack then. Careful, Cara. Careful.
This tea looks well good.
Oh, it sounds lovely.
I can't tell what it is. Red fruit,
Careful.
cinnamon, aniseed. Anise? No, that's not
It's
aniseed.
full. It's full.
Enjoy the winter
4 bars.
vibes.
Yeah, it's so full.
Wow, these are really simple ingredients. Dates, peanuts, cocoa, and sea salt. It took me so long to read because I was translating. Look how cute.
We have to make a point of this.
Like I could read it and understand it, but then I have to like read it in the word in Spanish, understand what it means, and then also say it in English. Like
Yeah. No,
like,
don't worry,
yeah.
Mia.
Where's the bar?
Oh, it's also because it's tiny, but I could have just read it there.
Oh, careful, Cara. Look what's in my face. Ready?
Oh, look, mini ones.
I'm scared.
You look handsome. You look good.
You look good.
I don't.
How do you not? Can you not bend them, Karma, please? Because we actually have to use them
Right.
for
I mean, I
our
don't have any
alright.
makeup
ID
on.
Wouldn't be fair if
cards.
you hadn't had your hair tied
Cara.
back like that.
They look good. They
They
want to
look
see you all
adorable.
second.
You look so adorable.
Good, aren't they?
Oh, you look nice, girl.
Oh yeah, you look really nice, Sienna. Thank you. I don't look too bad. I don't
You
look
look
too
good.
red.
You don't even have any makeup on.
probably
You look
turned
really
down the
good.
redness.
go, they're good.
Let me zip them on.
Because they got brightened up a lot,
Yeah.
didn't
It's
they?
cute that there's the
They looked
mixed
really
ones
dull
and
when
the
they
big
first,
ones.
when the lady first
You look
showed
too
them to us.
handsome,
They
all
looked
of
like they were
you.
going to be really dull.
You all look guapa y guapo.
Good.
My phone's not focusing for some
You can
reason.
just say guapos.
Okay. Thank you, Mia. Alright guys, that was successful. Nobody cried. Here, you want me to get yours? There you go.
Please have another one.
This fam, Sienna basically needs some new trainers because her trainers that she has are
Too small for her.
Okay, and I said, oh, I have a pair of trainers
Way
upstairs.
too small.
I have a pair of trainers upstairs, I said to Sienna, but they're shrunk a little bit and they're a bit tight on my toes. Maybe you could try them on. So she has. But then Sienna basically...
Hang on, show the shoes. So these are the shoes. Size 6.5.
But they're
But they
shrunk.
shrunk, so
They,
they're basically
but they fit
six.
really good. And if you remember when we went to
they
that
got
Decathlon store and we used that machine and it measured their feet, but the machine could have got it wrong. So we've now actually just done their feet. And there is honestly a millimetre difference. So
But
this
that
is,
could literally just be to do with how they're standing.
yeah, it's both of
Mum's
their right
toenails
feet.
are really long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just be a toenail.
Yeah, my feet
Yeah,
are really
exactly.
bad.
It's just your toenails.
So point being, you're the same shoe size.
Yeah.
Yeah.
My feet are really gross. One
But
time I
her
saw a
black ones
message
feel
on Snap. Someone
massive.
said, your feet
She
are really
must just
nice.
like
I'm
space
you
in
really,
them.
like, do
I
not
like
know what
space
you're
in my
talking
shoes.
about.
Yeah.
Because
When you get those messages, you have to block and delete those
I
because
know.
they're weird, all
I was
right?
like, you really don't know what you're
Mia,
talking
you should
about,
do your
mate.
foot and show how
Yeah.
big your foot
Okay.
Okay.
is. There's no point in me even drawing a line.
But
Look
it's
how
just
much
to see the
shorter it
difference.
is.
Stop getting so close up to my feet.
Right, move out of the way. Move out of the way.
So we could see where your toes were, because I didn't know if Dad was going to do a line or not. I didn't know he was going to do it. He said there's no point.
There you go.
I'm just sad.
Mia, what's wrong with getting a close up of your foot?
No.
Just don't like feet. Feet are disgusting.
No, they're not. Feet are beautiful.
Do you want to have a go, Karma?
Sienna, you're wearing my socks again.
No.
You're stretching them with your big feet.
Yeah, I'm not stretching.
She's
them.
always
So heel back against
stealing
there.
my socks, stealing my leggings, like
Well,
literally.
your socks are in my drawer and
Hang
I don't
on,
have
lift
any
your
other
foot up,
white
'cause the
socks,
paper's
so I
loose.
don't know what's happened to them all.
My things are in your
Hey,
drawer.
Right, now
is
heel
it
against
full
the
moon or
wall.
are you about to come in your period me? You've been
No,
really
you
moody
don't
lately.
understand. This is an ongoing issue.
Okay, now you
She's
can move.
constantly stealing my clothes, and I never get a chance
Her
to wear
sister's
them.
for you though. What do you expect?
It's like my favourite socks, and I never get to wear them because by the time that
This is the first
There
time
we
I've
go.
worn
How
them
do
in,
her
like,
socks
months.
even fit you, Sienna though?
exactly
How
she's
do they
stretching my
fit?
Right,
They
what's
do
Karma's
fit
done?
perfectly.
Karma! Oh! Right.
I
Kara,
can't
do
believe
you want to
they're
be
basically
measured,
the same
Kara?
size.
Kara, do you want to be measured? No, you
No,
just...
don't worry,
do
it's all-
that.
It's all the females anyway, it makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah.
older girls.
Okay, that's very
Okay,
interesting.
for all those who are interested in all of the heights, it's just...
will be bigger than me.
Wonder if she'll be bigger than us, Sienna.
All the goggles.
You can borrow my shoes and I can borrow your shoes.
Yeah.
What? If you get some new trainers...
Go away.
Well, I know you just had mine, but if you get yourself another pair, like you said you might get some blue ones,
Yeah.
then I literally can borrow them if I wear a blue outfit. You can borrow mine.
I know. I thought it said.
Apart from my favourite black beads because they get scuffed really easily.
No, if I wore your boots, I'd probably cut to them.
Oh yeah.
I might have the
have
same shoe
boots.
size as you, but I am a lot shorter than you.
Yeah, you can have those if you want.
Thank you. Yeah, these
I do really like them. They're really nice white, but they just like my toe presses on the edge. Me and Dad went for a long walk, and then afterwards my toe felt bruised.
That much bigger than mine, then how come they fit me good?
Maybe your foot is narrower.
Yeah, and like the shape
Well,
of my
I've just gotten used to having my foot like actually crushed.
But
so
if
now
Mum was doing a
that
long
much
walk
room
with me,
feels
remember
good.
everything swells up when you're exercising, doesn't it?
Yeah.
We did go for like 8 miles or something, so that's
Yeah.
probably why.
Yeah.
Whereas my black ones that I've got, they're
Yeah,
actually a
I tried the black
6.
ones on, they're massive.
My on shoes, the black and white ones, they're a 6.
Yeah.
And I have washed them and they haven't shrunk and they don't hurt my toe.
Right,
So I
good.
think this knit material, I think there's something about this material.
You just washed it too hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's all honestly
put it on a
the
cold setting.
the Cloud 5s that I have. I've literally washed them 100 times and they're just like new.
Unboxing time for Sam. I've waited for a package for so long. I think I know what this is.
What is it? What could it be?
I'm so excited. I've waited ages for this. Oh wow.
Oh, you were saying about this in the car just earlier.
Guys, I have got a very special pair of glasses. These are from a brand called Ra Optics. Oh, I love it. You are the light.
That's why it's
of
got
the
that
world.
logo. It's the Ra
And they make
Egyptian
really nice
symbol,
these
isn't it?
are, Darren said, some of the best blue or the best blue light blocking glasses that you can get. So you can wear these in the evening or in the daytime when you're using screens, and it helps
They look really
protect your
nice.
eyes. It says that at Ra Optics, we believe that life is a gift. Our mission is to inspire people to experience the health, bliss and wholeness that is our true nature. And these have been made
They're really
to
smart.
basically
Glasses.
to protect your
Yeah.
eyes.
It looks like that
Nice.
style. What is that style where it's like office, but like not actually what you'd wear to the
I love
office,
them.
but
It's
office when
amazing.
people are trying to be
says,
trendy.
Wear daylight
It's like
lenses
that vibes.
whenever you're exposed to man-made light sources during the day, whether on the computer, at the office, or at school, and it eliminates eye strain, headaches, afternoon fatigue, and feel your mind relax, your mood rise, and your productivity soar.
Even
cool.
like when I drive to pick Sienna up in the evenings and there's all the headlights and stuff, I put my blue blockers on.
Nice.
So good.
I think you look cool. What is that? Do you know what like aesthetic I'm on about? You know that office one?
No.
But
Office,
where it's like actually
called
like really
workwear.
tight. Yeah, but it's like where it's actually like really tiny skirts, and you definitely couldn't wear it in the office.
What are you talking about? What?
We don't know what you look at me.
No, you don't. You don't get. It's not like that. It's like fashion, girly.
Fashion.
Yeah, you could look like a proper fashion girl.
I'm going to
if you
start going
them.
like that then, Darren. Hope you don't
Yes.
mind.
I don't know if we've said this to you yet or not, if Georgie said it to you, but basically there are like a million different things that we use in our lives which are all part of our healthy routine. So I am in the process of putting together a website with just links to every single thing and making an Amazon page.
Nice.
Not everything's on Amazon, but making an Amazon page with all the stuff that we use, like all in the kitchen and everywhere. But then also all the things like lighting and water and blue light blocking glasses, etc. So watch your space, it'll be coming soon.
I feel like I look really weird with someone.
No, you look cool.
But
You
the
look
main thing
different,
isn't
but
about
it's
what you
cool.
look like, it's about my eyes, and then
Yeah.
I'm really happy about it. Like if I go in the supermarket and it's night time, the lights make me feel like, basically not
Yeah.
very good. So I'm going to wear these in the evening. If I have to do any work on my computer and phone, which I do because it's really hard to do any computer work in the day with the kids. So this is going to
The
be
main
really
thing
good for me.
is unfortunately you can't do photo editing because that's the whole reason. Like
I
you need
can't
to be able
edit photos.
You
though.
can't edit photos, but everything else is perfect.
No, because if we edit photos with these on, we won't actually know if the
What they
picture's
look like.
bright enough or not.
Yeah.
But yeah, they've finally come. I'm really pleased with them, and they feel really nice, good quality ones. And the people have made these and the lenses, they know what they're doing. 'Cause there's some other brands like an Amazon, and I don't know whether they're good or not, but I think that they like let in light or let
Let in
light,
sunlight,
which is good.
yeah.
I don't know. I listened to a podcast about it ages ago when we lived in London, and I've forgotten. But Darren did all the
Really good that
research
you got them.
and yeah. Are you gonna get any?
I don't know, just because I kind of really don't like. I already have vision glasses, so it just kind of puts me off wearing glasses because I just find that wearing glasses really annoying. That's why I don't wear my actual normal glasses all the time because it's just really annoying wearing glasses.
They're actually really comfortable on because Darren had some
Yeah.
thinner ones and I found them uncomfortable, but these
Yeah.
ones, the chunky ones. But yeah, I feel like I'm a really angry school teacher.
Welcome to the Darren and Georgie show.
Why was I
Dinner?
thinking?
Dinner edition? What, you knew I was going to say
I was
that?
going to say, welcome back to the Darren and Georgie show as a joke behind the camera, and then you actually said it.
We're just collective consciousness.
Little true style, I've nearly finished mine.
Today's dinner is, I don't even know what it is, but just
a creamy miso stew.
creamy miso stew. There you go.
It's got tempeh
Got some
in it,
cauliflower.
chickpeas,
I've
vegetables.
also tried to not, that probably might look like a lot to you anyway, but normally my bowl is like this.
Mukbang.
And then I just am like in agony with gas for like 2 hours afterwards. So I'm really trying to.
Don't talk about that.
I'm trying to learn from my
No.
mistakes and not keep doing this like mountain.
No, I
of
know what
food.
you're on about. There's a misconception with healthy food. You can eat as much as you want, and that is kind of true. It's really nutritious, but there's only so much your body can handle. And I think especially when we first went vegan, we'd pile our plates up, but I just realised it's too much for my body.
Or exercise.
Yeah.
If like we're running 100 miles a week, obviously that requires a heck of a lot of calories. But now just doing a bit of weight training, that is not the same cal. So I'm still
Yeah.
like in that thing where I'm still used to just piling bowls
What
up.
we say is to you, Fizz fam, we've said this before. when you eat a vegan diet, to make it sustainable, you've actually got to kind of eat more than what you did before when you eat meat and eggs and like really thick, heavy, calorically dense things. But
as in a bigger volume.
A bigger volume, but at the same time, it doesn't mean like ram loads in, like eat more meals.
Nobody else will do that.
No.
It was only me.
No, I have seen other women, they're not vegan, but I have seen other fitness influencers talking about this. They used to eat big, massive bowls of salad because it's like filling and like they think it's good, but they'd suffer from bloating and they realised it's their big salad bowls. Like the salads that they were eating were causing massive bloating issues.
Yeah.
So with your body, it takes a lot of energy for your body to digest raw foods, especially things like kale and things like that. So just eat smaller portions of it. But when you eat a vegan diet, your body to digest food, so there's a right sweet balance. You know, when you're overdoing it, just be a bit more too, like in Japan they eat till they're nearly full, don't they? And like, so if you're getting bloating or meat diet, it could be the size of your portions. And in Ayurvedic medicine, they even say like it takes a lot of energy for your body to digest food, so there's a right sweet balance. You know, when you're overdoing it, just be a bit more too, like in Japan they eat till they're nearly full, don't they? And like, so if you're getting bloating, one thing I found, even if I'm eating whole foods, salad, blah blah blah, I can get bloating. So you'd think a salad would be good, but you like there's too much of a good thing, if that makes sense.
Well, there is.
Oh, are you alright?
Careful.
Oh, are you right, boy?
Do you want me to push your chair in?
Are you tired? You just headbutted the table. Are you alright? Oh. Noah, you
You're right.
Oh.
What happened? Did you think the big table was your bed?
Yeah, and he goes to bed like really fast.
And also, we have realised as a family, you can't eat red lentils. Every time you eat red lentils, and we've been eating these for years and years and years, and I know some nutritionists say it takes a while for your body to get used to eating these, because when you first go vegan, when you eat beans and things, you will probably notice a bit of gas and things like that to begin with, and your body does get used to it. But if you consistently have been eating something and it gives you bloating, it is good to listen to your
come
body.
to the Darren and Georgie show. What's he doing?
So I found red lentils aggravate me no matter how much I rinse them, soak them, like jarred, fresh, whatever. They just give me a little bit of upset stomach. So I can eat brown lentils or beans, but just red lentils I can't. So listen to your body as well.
Yeah.
Even on a vegan diet, listen to it. There are certain foods that your body might not like. But it's the only food really, isn't it?
These are from our garden, by the way. Have we shown the Fizz fam like how abundant our little vegetable patches are now? So good.
We've shown it on Snap, but we should show it in a video soon as part of like a day routine or something.
You haven't actually got to eat your dinner though, girl.
And if I eat we're eating cauliflower right now, but if I eat cauliflower that isn't cooked properly, or broccoli, that will give me gas as well.
I thought we weren't allowed to talk about that.
Sorry. Yeah, but
Just because I started it, because I have no reservations.
No,
Basically,
it's
just
human.
both very gassy people.
Well, no, you just have to be careful what you eat. It's only like anyone else would say if you have beans on toast, when you have a whole can of beans, you know, like
some people are more windy than
people
others, though.
would have that association.
No, they are. It's certain body types. Certain ones are more windy.
No, she's actually being serious. She said this to me. There's some. What's that book you read about your dosas?
Yeah, it's just an Ayurvedic. I love learning about different like health principles and ideologies. And Ayurvedic medicine or like philosophy is from India and is really like centuries old. And they generalise humans into 3 different types. You can be a mix of both.
Gassy, even more gaseous, and humongous gas cloud.
You've got your dosas. Pitta, Kapha, and then I forgot. Fat,
Pitta, batter,
Fat.
and
oh my gosh.
K. Begins with K.
Kapha.
Kapha.
Kapha, yeah, sorry. My mind's gone blank. And the one I think I resonate the most with is
How are you
Pitta.
contracting?
And I think Darren's a little bit of
Cover mum up.
Vata and Pitta. Because Vatta's are windier. Well, you know what? Kapha's are I don't know.
It's just if I overeat, alright? Calm down.
Yeah, but if you get nervous, you do get digestion problems.
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
Oh, it's gone
That is
over.
interesting.
So. No, when you're nervous, I feel like your digestive system talks to you really well.
I think
When
a lot of
I'm
my body
nervous.
talks to me well.
When I'm nervous, I just lose my appetite.
Right.
And with
So it does
pitters,
affect my digestive system as well, but not in the same way.
you're a little bit of pitter.
Well, that's
like
really
that.
interesting.
You're a bit like
Humans
Darren, you
do
are.
two things in that regard. Like if you're stressed, some people don't eat when they're stressed, and then some people eat loads when they're stressed. I don't really know what I do. I guess I'm the don't eat one actually as well.
No, you can go periods without eating if you're working on a project, but then when
That's
you're
what I'm
hungry,
saying.
you're hungry.
It's a bit like, because this is really interesting, but like online gamers are like this as well. Online gamers will either, you know, when they're just playing computer games like 12 hours a day. I guess it's if their mum's like bringing them food as well, I guess, because otherwise if you're not pausing the game, but they'll either eat nothing as a result, or they're not moving, and then therefore they're kind of ending up overeating because they're just sat in one chair. the
There's
whole
some
time.
people that are more prone to want a snack all the time and they can't go long without meals. Whereas I'm a person that I can go a long time without meals, but I do have to have them at regular times. If not, I feel like I'm gonna I don't feel very good. But I can have good gaps between my meals. I don't really like snacking, but when
So I
it's
guess
when
that's
it's
like
dinner
what-
time, I'm
That's what I
hungry.
feel like about it's like having a really piled bowl. I can go a gap, but then when I do eat, I can't handle eating a small portion. I just
Yeah.
love eating really massive portions.
Yeah.
But just my tummy isn't so keen on it
Once you
afterwards.
start eating it, like, gets your appetite, like...
Because we've talked about this before about me, but with when I did the Ayurvedic checklist thing, I found out I was more of a pitta than the other ones, and then it said like when I'm stressed, it shows up in my face.
In what way?
Like if I'm stressed, my face will show it. I don't know, like dark circles, or I look
Alright.
ill, and that I can look really run down easily in my face. Sometimes, if like I've had a bad night, like a couple of nights of bad night sleep, it can make me look like I'm really ill, even though I'm not. It really shows up in my face and things like that. And I thought that was true, as opposed to me having digestive issues.
Right.
Do you know what I mean? There's all different, like, are you right, Koa?
Yeah.
Because you've always said that to me. You're like, oh, sometimes you look really like you don't look good, and I'm
Tired.
like, I look really,
I
really
haven't
tired.
quite said you don't look good.
No, what you mean is you're like, are you okay? Because you're like, you do look really.
Sienna, you
like, I
know
have
more than
massive
100
dark
words.
circles, and like
Yeah.
I get
You
all
know
like
how to
broken
count up to
capillaries
100.
and that is a sign of a pitta
Spanish,
person.
so it
Like
means-
skin things and veins showing all on your face and all that,
So
and
you know more
pigmentation.
than
I get
100
pigmentation
words
really
in
easily as
Spanish.
well.
Right.
Yeah, I probably know
Whereas
that.
your skin's really good. You never get spots or breakouts, do you?
Sometimes.
I know, like,
But barely. But if I'm run down, then it shows. Like I will get pimples and all stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, guys, do you know what dose you are? I know.
Are you done?
A bit of a dry scalp. But
Yeah.
when the weather
Look,
changed
Sienna's nearly
here,
finished.
we're talking about dry scalp
I
and
am
like
finished.
Well done.
everything. What are we
Mia
talking
wins.
about?
I
know,
Are you done?
a bit of a dry scalp.
Yeah.
But when the weather
Look,
changed
Sienna's nearly
here,
finished.
we're talking about dry scalp
I
and
am
like
finished.
Well done.
everything. What are we
Mia
talking
wins.
about? But when the weather changed here in Spain, they basically have like 2 seasons here. They have like it's either hot or it's cold season. But then in the day it gets warm. Basically, my body can't handle how it's freezing cold in the morning, and then in the day it's really hot, and my skin has dried out since I've been here. My scalp's itchy because like my body doesn't know how to regulate itself.
No, but how we feel about that now, though, because we were walking to the gym and I was like, oh, I can see my breath. It's so cold. It must be freezing. And then we looked up the weather and it was 11 degrees. And like that felt like freezing. And then I looked it up in London and it was actually 0
Oh no.
and snowing.
Yeah.
So I think that's why it felt so icy. It was like icy in the air here. But still, we were 10 degrees warmer. So we've definitely acclimatized in terms of like 11 degrees feels really cold.
You are feeding me, aren't you? Oh, careful.
I think it's just whether you're in the sun, isn't it?
I just realised when you start talking about health or nutrition, whatever you want to call it, I just get carried away.
That's good.
Every time I read a book, I suddenly start going on about it to you for ages, and you do it to me. If you've listened to a podcast, you'll start going on and on.
Oh, speaking of which, by the way, in a video which we made on Physio recently, called actually we just changed the title, but it's pretty much the same thing, just like how to manifest the life of your dreams. And in there was a segment in there where we were showing books.
Mom, I'm making
And just because I just started reading it again recently, like reading a little bit each morning, with my matcha in the morning, and it's called the Conscious Creator's Guidebook. Pardon me. And I would say, as far as all of the books on like law of attraction and manifesting go, interestingly, because I've usually been like an advocate for all of the older books, like The Science of Getting Rich is really good. But I would actually say the Conscious Creator's Guidebook, just because it's the same thing, just like how to manifest the life of your dreams. And in there was a segment in there where we were showing books.
Mom, I'm making
And just because I just started reading it again recently, like reading a little bit each morning, with my matcha in the morning, and it's called the Conscious Creator's Guidebook. Pardon me. And I would say, as far as all of the books on like law of attraction and manifesting go, interestingly, because I've usually been like an advocate for all of the older books, like The Science of Getting Rich is really good, but I would actually say the Conscious Creator's Guidebook, just because it's written in language which is more like modern, and it's very jokey and doesn't kind of take itself too seriously. I reckon that's probably the #1 book to read on that topic.
I just feel like The Science of Getting Rich though speaks to you in a way that people have never heard before. The way it speaks to you. You know, when it says to be poor is a sin. You're like, what? When you listen to it, and the person's so direct. I think the book really snaps you out of.
But as are all those old-fashioned books, though, aren't they?
So I kind of feel the
Nobody was like on eggshells, like, oh dear, we can't say that. It's not politically correct.
I mean, that sounds, if you out of context, it sounds like he's saying that people are doing a bad thing because they're poor. He's not. He's trying to encourage people in the context of the book and all the other sentences.
He's just saying it's your birthright to have abundance.
Yeah, he's saying you should have everything.
Yeah.
And he's saying, like, don't accept anything less for yourself. But out of context, it probably sounds like he's having to go at people for being poor, but he's not. The book is really good.
Yeah. Because Mia's book is, what's it called? How to Attract Men and Money.
What does that say?
So if that was a modern book and it said that, that probably would be really shamed, wouldn't it? But
Yeah, but I think even at that time it was written in the 1940s, and even then it was still like, you know, to be a sort of catchy book title to get people's attention. So obviously it was still, you know, more socially acceptable.
Why does it say why?
yeah.
That is like, you know, obviously they were like, okay, we're writing a book for women. What do women want?
I mean, I think most women want that nowadays anyway. It's just called stability and security.
What's that gonna say about
Like,
me?
who doesn't want
Reese
money
is
and who
serious,
doesn't want to attract a man? Like,
Yeah, but I do think, just in terms of like trends online, do I have to stop this clip? 'Cause it's over 6 minutes.
oh my goodness, yeah. Oh,
I do.
I'm gonna have to split them up.
Just in terms of trends online, I see there's so many good directions that what the world is going in. Like, if you watch the news, you think everything's really negative. But if you actually look at people's decisions and behaviours, it's all really positive. And another one of those, what I'm noticing, is just rather than like people yearning for material things, it seems like people actually want to just have a family and like have a nice, like, traditional sort of life. It's quite nice.
Yeah, because the author of that book, she says about her story about how she met Napoleon Hill, and when she met him, he'd actually just lost a lot of money, so he wasn't rich. But then they published Think and Grow Rich, and they obviously earned a lot from that because that book was very popular. So then she always said how she wanted to live in like a castle house. So then they got a castle house together, and then they started a school where they basically like adopted children and then taught them, you know, like their life lessons of how to be a successful person, live a successful life. So actually,
That's amazing.
Like, her thing, how to attract men and money, like she attracted a man and money, and then she like did a really good service for the world.
I think I heard this before from a psychologist. It's not about necessarily a man having money. What's attractive is if he can show signs that he is able to provide for you.
Yeah.
Like, so basically, if you meet a man and all he wants to do is just sit around and play computer games and get stoned, it's not really gonna like. It's not that attractive because you're like, how is he gonna?
It's not going to fill you with much
How is he
confidence.
going to take care of me and the kids?
yeah.
Like, how is he going to provide for us? He's just lazy and has no motivation. If you met a man and he was really, really like skin and had no money, but he's like, I've got dreams and I'm going to make
It's more
it
to do with
happen.
drive and ambition rather
when
than like actual money in the pocket, isn't it?
So
when
she met Napoleon.
he was skin, but she could see that he had that drive in him. And that was
Yeah,
why
I think
she was
drive is
attracted to
important.
him.
So, 'cause I think women are sort of shamed for wanting, who are attracted to men when they have money, but all it is just security.
Yeah.
But isn't that amazing that then they wanted to pass that information on minds? I don't really know who I'm talking to now, you Fizz fam or the rest of the family, I'm not sure.
If you're
But
having a meal conversation.
in terms of like, when you've got these developing minds, that is the key time. Minds. I don't really know who I'm talking to now, you Fizz fam or the rest of the family, I'm not sure.
If you're
But
having a meal conversation.
in terms of like, when you've got these developing minds, that is the key time to really instill like a good mindset that anything's possible. And obviously schools were made to just create factory workers, and that is why they make you in a really fixed mindset. You don't dare think outside the box. You're not trying to have really big massive dreams. Maybe some private schools, I don't know, they might be more encouraging of that.
Alternative schools now.
But definitely the
I can't
mainstream
really feel
schools,
my
like,
lap
they
now.
still follow the same thing, which was what they were all originally designed for, which was just to create factory workers.
You're gonna have to go on your own train.
So that model doesn't really fit anymore. That's why it's so nice, actually. Even though, like, college, university can be really good. Even, like, I started a company where I'm cleaning people's driveways, and then I scaled it up, and now I've got 100 people working for me, etc. They're realising that actually build this dropshipping empire, or went on to, you know, do Amazon FBA, or started a consulting business, or even like physical labour. Even like I started a company where I'm cleaning people's driveways, and then I scaled it up, and now I've got 100 people working for me, etc. They're realising that actually, like, if they use their time more wisely,
I think what people think is
they can achieve
when a
anything.
woman says, like, the whole, like, attract a man with money thing is that, like, you're not, like, you're helpless, but it doesn't mean that you can't have your own goals and you can't have your own business and that. It just means that you want a partner that you can co-create the dream life with. And if you, when you have kids, you don't feel forced to have to be at work if you don't want to.
Yeah.
Like, there's nothing a worse feeling when a mum is forced to go back to work because all of the bills and the outgoings are really high and both parents have to go to work. Like, some women, yeah, they do want to go to work.
That's really
But
sad.
the majority of women don't. It's really stressful.
I would just, honestly, I would just cut everyone off, and I'd just move to an area where it's cheaper to live.
Yeah.
In my opinion,
Yeah.
in my opinion, for the way we live our lives, I think we would rather just move to another part of the country, or even another country, so therefore you get lower rent. And then, but yeah, I guess it means, it depends if the person's tied to a physical job, though, doesn't it? Like where they
Family,
are.
though, it is tricky, and
Yeah,
family.
it's
But I
hard.
do feel like bills and mortgages and cars and everything have gone up so much, because in the past, like the 1940s, 50s, I don't know what time period people have based this on,
Yeah.
but I've heard that buying a house,
Yes.
7 years. You
It
could
was
put-
something, because now I think
I
you,
thought it was 2 years.
it was something now you can, like, in terms of the cost of a house, the cost of a car versus how much people earn. Yes.
7 years. You
It
could
was
put-
something, because now I think
I
you,
thought it was 2 years.
it was something now you can, like, in terms of the cost of a house, the cost of a car versus how much people earn, it was something along the lines of, then you could borrow up to like 7 lots of what you earn in a year, whereas now people can borrow like 50 lots of what they earn in a year.
But what I liked
So as
about
in
it
they're
was-
tied
yeah,
for their
that's
whole life, and then they
crazy.
never even barely finish all just the interest.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what was really interesting in this book as well, she actually makes a massive point
I'm going to turn the
about
camera around on you. So.
Yeah, she makes a massive point about how even if your husband's income is enough, you should still have your own, ideally your own like business, or do your own work. Not necessarily indefinitely,
Yeah.
but just at least have that experience. Partly so you have that independence and that understanding, that character building. And also it's obviously she says about investing money as well. But also so you have understanding of your husband. If he comes home from work and he's tired, like you'll have that understanding and that appreciation of that he does that work. But it was almost like the way she wrote it was almost standard, as if the woman doesn't work.
Right.
Because obviously in the 1940s,
Yeah.
you know, most women, especially like if they were married, and it was almost like the way she wrote it was almost standard, as if the woman doesn't work.
Right.
Because obviously in the 1940s,
Yeah.
you know, most women, especially like if they were married, and by that point they wouldn't really be working.
I guess it depends what stage of life they're in as well, because obviously if
Yeah.
they're in like the motherhood stage, well, I don't know if that ever ends, but you know, as in like for the first 18 years of the child's
Yeah.
life, obviously that is a full-time thing.
But then after
Yeah,
that,
when you've
then
got a
you
little
can go
baby, then
to-
obviously that's different. But
Yeah.
like,
I feel like
Yeah.
women we're also tricked that like once, because like when your kids then turn 18, you're going to be in like your 40s or 50s, and then we're told like your life is over. But even then, you can just like go and have
That's
your
when
career
you-
then.
oh yeah, also in Think and Grow Rich, he says most, you know, billionaires and whatever, they don't get their wealth until they're 50.
Yeah,
Most rich people don't become rich until they're like 50
of
plus.
course not, because a compound interest, like it takes a long time.
But it's also because they don't, the first 50 years is them just figuring it out. Like
Right.
they don't even have the maturity or like the experience to
Yeah.
even be able to do that. It's not just to do with that. Like they don't even begin earning money until they're like 50. They don't even become successful till then.
Yeah.
It's really interesting.
I feel like I've had this realization sometimes when all these things that I have ideas of what I want to do, but I can't really do it because Karen and Clara like need me, and I can't just clear off you know,
Well, there's no
I don't
rush.
want to, but there's no rush. I'm not
the thing,
like
I
I
know.
keep
You can do it when you're
thinking-
70.
I know,
Yeah.
like,
That doesn't
my
mean you're not
life's
going to do
over.
it.
Like,
yeah.
it's like they're only small for like 18 years. Like you,
Especially with how good people's health is going to be nowadays as well.
Yeah.
Like, you can really think things like that. There's examples of plenty of people who are doing amazing things right up until they're 100.
yeah,
But then the number of those is going to continue to increase as everybody's health gets better and better.
yeah,
You know, we've got better food, better water, better air. You know, like there's just so much more kind of awareness that humans have. And I know obviously in natural living, let's just say like 300 years ago or whatever, there would have been really good water and food and air then. But I just been, obviously then it's gone on a bit of a downward trajectory as there's been a lot of toxins introduced into this environment and system, hasn't there?
yeah.
But I feel like now there's all of the old world knowledge and the new world knowledge, and it can be combined, and then people can like just have so many more opportunities.
Yeah,
Even things to do with like, I don't know, using a computer to help you. Computers were like the size of this table to start with, and nobody could afford one, and now you've got one in your pocket what can just do anything at any time, can answer any question. You know, it's like that thing of like how if it was only information that people needed, everybody would be a millionaire with a six-pack. But it's because it's not information, it's actually taking action. So we've got all the information now, we just have to take action.
Yeah.
And then anybody can literally achieve anything.
I
can't they?
follow multiple, like basically fitness influencers,
Yeah.
like women who are like over 70 on Instagram. It's so
Nice.
inspiring.
Wow.
Like
That's
I love
really
it.
cool.
I love
that's the
seeing
couple
it.
who
Yeah.
I see. Yeah,
That's
Like
really
there's
cool.
there's one where she does it with her daughter as well, who's like, I don't know, maybe a bit older than me.
Right.
But yeah, it's really like cool to see that. I love seeing that. 'Cause it's
No,
like,
I
wow,
agree.
you
I
can
love
be
it.
like 70 or plus and like still be super active and, you know,
And
look
it's
really
programming
good.
your mind
Yeah.
with what you want to expect from your own life as well. Because obviously the more we program our minds with negative outcomes, the more that is in our subconscious is like, oh, that's what happens.
Yeah.
Oh, what you get, you know, you suddenly can't walk down the stairs as you get older. Yeah, that's just what happens. Like, but
Yeah.
the
why
only way,
accept that?
yeah,
why?
the
Why
only,
not? Why
the
not
only
go
way
with
you can try to carve a different path is to like, because even the things, you know, like the studies of where people's biceps grow more when they're thinking about growing them.
Yeah.
Like they get multiple groups of, or two groups of people. Some are just lifting the dumbbell, some are lifting the dumbbell and thinking about growing their bicep, and the ones who are thinking about it at the same time grow bigger biceps.
Yeah,
And obviously a placebo effect wouldn't exist if our minds didn't do anything. So whatever way you want to look at that, whether it's like some far out magic or it's just because you're applying more intention to stuff, it doesn't matter, it still works.
yeah. It's a little dinner table conversation.
There you go.
Do we have any ice cream, like homemade ice cream?
We do, yes.
Ah, we'll show that then. This is our healthy ice cream, which we have for dessert most nights. Daddy made it, didn't he? In the, what's it called?
Ninja creamy.
Creamy, but you can use the food processor. It's just frozen banana blended up. We've added in some protein powder.
Yeah, you can use a blender, but you just have to keep, like that's how we did it for years, but you just have to keep re-stirring it.
But did you ever know that frozen banana blended up makes the most creamy, delicious, vanilla tasting ice cream ever?
But we do use yogurt as a base now instead of soy milk. We use soy yogurt. And then it does make, to be honest, you could use coconut yogurt and then it
And frozen bananas up, and it is still amazing on its own.
Yeah, well, I think if
But
you do
I
it with
love
a blender,
this.
you can't add you can't add. Oh no, you only add a little bit more.
And frozen bananas up, and it is still amazing on its own.
Yeah, well, I think if
But
you do
I
it with a
love
blender,
this.
you can't add you can't add. Oh no, you only add a little bit of milk. I don't know.
Tiny splash of milk, but
Yeah.
just look up nice cream, Fizz Fam online, banana and ice cream.